See, this reminds me of when we were young. So you have to just drive the car around. But car a battery behind him to drive a crowd me who the echo. Well, guys, you're welcome. This is the 4 Post Podcast. My name is Michael Asai Boadu. I am here with my Toyota B Kantanka car, and then the rest of the guys about to have another exciting football conversation. It was your phobia here.
Yeah.
Madam.
Are you guys hungry?
Where?
Money no be problem. You see, at the mention of money, face light up. It's all part of the game.
But you not free, baby. I'm nice. I know what grudge that.
On this note, those who have grudges, one of them would have to pray for us, so we start the session.
Oh yes.
I'll tell you about the conversation that we are having. A lot of debate, but laden with facts, and then also all the statistics that you need to know. Who is who? This is basically what we'll be discussing. A lot of developments have happened across board, but before then, Osofo.
Jehovah Zigabut. Yewra. Yedawo. Yedawase. Yeah. Emma endeso. Say the debia we amaye no guchesi fu animu asemaye. Emomani nye.
Yeah.
Ne boaye. Ne maye nyansa, nimdie ne ntiase. Amen. Ne mfa enkasa. Enkyere your listeners and your viewers. Ewo Yesu di mu.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen.
I don't know anybody who wakes up and then expect Chelsea fans to have a bad day, and then they will be shamed.
Chelsea into bracket.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Chelsea.
Oh, come on. Guys, please subscribe to the channel. It's 4 Post Podcast. And then you can also share the link for others to join in. And then don't hesitate to partake in all the conversations that we have. Your session is the comment section. So just drop your comments in there, and then we'll be reading them, reflecting on them. And then also we encourage positive feedback. Let us know what you make of all the stuff that we do. So we'll be starting the conversation on this front. So guys, imagine you are playing, should I say World Cup final? Then you have a free kick. A free kick that needs to be converted for you to win. Which player are you selecting to play that final free kick for you? It could be active or those who have retired.
What's the future of
free kick?
We got Chelsea player be able free kick. Papa will be so.
Do you know Frank Lampard?
Wine.
Do you know Didier Drogba?
Free kick, Papa.
Give me one name.
It take a free kick. Bye.
Surprise question. Surprise.
La la.
Do you know Pernambucano?
Yeah.
Okay. Fee.
Free kick.
Yeah.
98 minutes.
Rich James. Akomeah. Free kick. No, but seriously, no. Why Rich James?
But what kind of questions is what kind of Rich James?
No,
Rich James, Chelsea
Akomeah, hold on.
Chelsea versus Bournemouth. 98 minutes.
Wow,
Rich James.
shit.
Rich James. First game.
Whoa.
Last season,
please let it
when
go.
we had to beat Manchester United. There is no better set player today in the English
What is
Premier
it
League.
today now? Today who set piece in wine?
Who be some one?
And as I said, the results was said it was saying.
No, Onimbochi will play.
WD was said it was saying.
Onimbochi Manchester United player.
Oh, what said it was
But
saying.
Onimbochi United
Abraham
player.
No, see, in the context of the question I asked, I'm coming. In the context of the question I asked, it means you are putting Rich James out there on top of every other top free kick taker in this world. Yeah, exactly.
What's it, Junio? Who will free kick 5 frappe? You will lay YouTube. Who's supposed to make
Akomeah.
Oh, I'll go for the David Beckham.
David Beckham. Okay.
Now we England what trade them YS no who resumes no crowd no.
Now, of course, not open.
Crucial World Cup qualifier. No, see me back. No, crucial World Cup qualifier against Greece.
Against Bournemouth.
But seriously, I am thinking about
Against Bournemouth.
Fiifi's choice.
Who's going to choose Junio? Give us 3 examples of Junio's free kicks.
No, he doesn't need to do that.
The one you asking me that.
No, you are not being
Because
fair.
your choice,
Why you are not
your
being fair?
choice.
Why do you
I'm
mean?
confused.
I'm
confused.
No, relax. So this
Why is that confused?
guys, relax for me.
Telling me that.
Who lives on confusion now?
Confusion.
Oh, maybe I feel I'm confusion now. Confusion mind.
So I'm coming.
Okay,
why his choice is not that weird is that we all know Juninho as a free kick expert. We know David Beckham. He's made his name. Rhys James, in the little years he's played pro football, I don't think he cemented his status as a top free kick taker.
But anytime he has stood
because personally, I would choose Trent. I would choose Trent over Rhys James for free kicks.
No, but Trent even himself, no problem. But I'm saying that.
Now James Ward pass Soprano and
no problem. But me see me play James.
So I don't know what you think. But you can also comment who is your top free kick taker in the world and who would you choose in the scenario I cited. Talk of the final of the FIFA World Cup. We are in the 90th minute. You have a free kick. You need to score. Which player are you selecting to score that free kick for you? Fiifi said Rhys James. Akomeah says David Beckham. Then Dr. Kiki went for Juninho Pernambucano. I would go for, I think it's Ronaldinho, ultimate. Yes, it's the stage and the pressure and everything that comes with it. He would deliver for you. But guys, let's start a conversation on this note. I was glancing through a list of top midfielders in the game. It looks like I will still have to ask you questions. Okay. Who's your top defensive midfielder?
Hey, and then the questions need the what's the crowd.
Current or
no current.
I think current.
We don't need. Because we don't want to go back into the past.
Okay.
So let's stick to what is happening at present. Who's your favorite DM?
I think I will go for. Well, it depends on how you see football.
No, I need that.
Yeah,
I need that. Abrofonica can elucidate or what?
Hey, Ubekuyo.
Elucidate.
Sana Dano, yes, stated as the had 2 years. I said, I don't know with you. Today, you explain.
We'll do it.
Also, bro, for no kind of
Elucidate.
Yeah, Uber the battery, my friend, I pray.
Hey!
Yeah, pre Christmas.
Yeah, so I think it depends on how you see football, like I said. So if you want a type of player that dictates the tempo of the game, act like a deep line playmaker, determines if you want to play speed football or slow down the game. You probably go in for the Rodris or the Sergio Busquets look-alike, the Vitinhas. But with me, how I want my football, I'll go in for Moises Caicedo. The reason is simple. He's saying, "Say that my back on I don't want one." Me draw back my boss my
So why do you think Caicedo is your favorite?
You see, I'm one type of person that loves the basic stuff. I believe that a defensive midfielder, a DNH defensive, or top basic priority is how you help shield your team. Whether people will talk about whether you are using your ideas, how you read the game to show the team, that is fine. But physically, you have to be able to shield your team. And I know a defensive midfielder should be able to be winning duels, making interceptions, making sure to intercept key passes, reading the game very well and all that. And I need the physicality too. I want that. And you see, we are always talking about the top midfielders in the world right now. When we talk about Pedri, who is when it comes to small space, he will deal with you. I remember I listened to one of his interviews. He said, and I quote, "The best player I've ever met in terms of giving me a challenge is Virgil van Dijk." Why would he say that? Because I know when it comes to technicality, Pedri is up there. But you see, when you meet a player that is intelligent as Van Dijk, and with his physique and structure,
he dominates you.
Yes. So I'm thinking that, okay, you can have your deep line playmakers to read the game, but if they meet a player like Van Dijk, Umbobi. Okay. But I want a player that can do the basics, and when they meet a player that has the physique,
they will not be bullied.
No.
So that is Caicedo for you.
That is Caicedo for me. So that is
Do you think is the best in the game now?
Currently, and I repeat, per how I like my defensive midfielders, he is the best defensive midfielder. Not the central midfielder. The best defensive midfielder right now.
What would you rate Caicedo fee? Before I ask you about your own choice, where would you rate him amongst the top DMs in the game?
I think Moses Caicedo is the best defensive midfielder in the world. I mean, if you get Manchester United fans knowing that there's nowhere to run to, Manchester.
Fan nipa baako. Fan nipa baako. Fan nipa baako.
Boy.
Enyoma eni udi akunso.
But in reference, I mean.
Now who reference?
Please go. You know, brand tell to my Mr.
Because
every day they sack me.
Go ahead. So I think that Moise Caicedo unites people when it comes to doing the pure job of a DM.
Hey, and he deserves a position.
There's a UPPO. United Political Party.
No, because if he's a Unitarian, then Uncle a year,
UN
Council. Go on.
Yeah, I think that Moise Caicedo unites when it comes to the performance of a DM. And in the modern game, you want your DM to do more than just the ball winning.
Okay.
But that is also important. I mean, the people that always have question mark about Trent Alexander-Arnold always speak to the fact that yes, he's a good striker of the ball, he's a good player, passer of the ball, but he has his issues when it comes to doing the basic job of a defender.
Okay.
So a defensive midfielder is essentially somebody who will use whatever attributes to be able to win the ball back for the team. And whether you're able to use your cognitive ability, able to use your physical strength or what have you, it's important to get that done. And that's what Moises Caicedo does. Sometimes I watch Moises Caicedo and he wins certain balls that I feel certain referees think that this is impossible. So they wrestle for a foul against him. I've seen it several times. And when he is not on that level, you can tell that the team is suffering. Again, when you look at Moises Caicedo in recent times, he has developed to the extent that when you need him in build-up, he gets that done also for you.
Okay.
To the extent that he gets goals for you. And he has gotten some very crucial goals since he signed for Chelsea. He nearly got a winner against Brentford, but for a last-minute throw-in, that would have been the story. And for me, if you look at the statistics, if you look to defensive midfielders in the English Premier League, nobody comes close to him. Even in the Spanish La Liga, I don't see another defensive midfielder close to the quality of Moises Caicedo.
Really?
In the Italian Serie A, I don't see anybody close to the specific definition of who a defensive midfielder is. So maybe you don't even have to ask me. My most complete midfielder in the modern game is Moises Caicedo.
I was eating with you today,
and
you told me it's Frankie de Jong.
I looked through the Premier League alone. I don't think he's the best in the league, even in that department.
Who do you think is better than
Mr. Boadu?
I am strongly convinced that on the evidence of what we've seen last season and even from the early exchanges this campaign, someone like Ryan Gravenberch should be rated ahead
What
of
do you
Moises
mean?
Caicedo.
Just because he won the league?
What do you mean?
Not just because he won the league.
The
Impact he made. Because when you spoke about Caicedo, you highlighted impact, influence, influence. On the same tangent, I want to go for Ryan Gravenberch.
So impact on the Liverpool team.
Yes, how he's transformed the Liverpool team.
But it's not as if Moises Caicedo has not transformed the Chelsea team.
No, but if we are to compare relatively, Liverpool are better now.
He won just the league. He won just the league.
But Caicedo won what?
He won the conference and the Club World Cup.
Come on.
No, you can't say come on.
If Liverpool competed in the conference league.
No, there is no if. There are no ifs. They did not compete.
Chelsea,
what they competed in, they should have won.
No.
What they competed in,
I am not going to take this.
Nobody is doing anything.
What I'm saying is
that. Don't go that way.
No, I'm not going that way.
I understand where you're coming from, but don't go that way.
What did he win?
The English Premier League.
What did Caicedo win?
The Conference League.
The Conference League.
Now,
Caicedo did not just win the Conference League. What did Caicedo win?
The The Conference League.
Caicedo didn't just win the Conference League.
No, you
what
see,
did Caicedo
the
win?
only
The
fair
Conference
assessment of the two
Then you don't
is
go
in
on.
the competitions they both competed
Competed.
in.
Okay, then if you
Because we can't isolate. We cannot isolate.
If you tell me that the influence,
You see, we cannot isolate. We
You can say me. Would you ever say I will from a beer?
but tell you.
Oh, matter I'm at what me something was still. Maybe me something was still, but still me to me. Me to me.
What you are saying is that Moses Caicedo is a top defensive midfielder.
Okay.
Ryan Gravenberch is a top midfielder. You are arguing on the basis of the points that Ryan Gravenberch's contribution to the Liverpool team was enormous.
And he's better than Caicedo.
Oh,
Remember,
calm
show
down,
it.
no problem, no problem. His contribution is enormous, and that's why Liverpool won the league.
No, I don't think the numbers actually back that.
No, relax.
Ryan
No,
Gravenberch
no,
is better than.
Honestly,
No. Let me ask this question.
No, before we even get to
Fee.
numbers, I want us to establish what he said. Let him establish what he said. He's saying that.
Don't go there. No,
what
don't,
he's saying
don't
is
go
that
there. Let us ask some questions.
The Ekosise argument.
There's a who he can eat.
The Ekosise argument is that Gravenberch is better than Moses Caicedo.
Yes.
Because he was able to win the league.
No,
and I'm telling you,
because do you see, if you hinge it on necessarily winning the league, then
because he
you
has
are
improved Liverpool.
no, because as a player he has better numbers, better metrics, and then it's translated.
It's not possible.
No, because you
He
cannot
doesn't
tell
have-
me
He doesn't have
you
better
cannot tell
numbers.
me-
He doesn't
No.
have better metrics.
You cannot
It
tell
has not
me-
translated in
you cannot
anything.
tell
It's not
me-
possible.
Caicedo has an impact on the Chelsea team,
Eh.
and it is as a result of that they won the Conference League.
But why can you tell me that Gravenberch has an impact
because
on that?
In the grand scheme of things,
Eh.
I think Enzo Fernandez was even better than Caicedo in the context of the Conference.
Okay, but that's why he didn't just win one thing. I mentioned
Again,
two things that he won.
Again, you cannot tell me it was because of Caicedo that Chelsea won the Club World Cup.
Eh. So because of who? But is it because of? Okay, but is it because of?
Now,
So is it because? I'm asking you a
now,
question.
Now,
So no problem. But I'm asking you.
Now,
Is
Ryan
it
Gravenberch-
because of Ryan Gravenberch that Liverpool won the league?
so that's why I said let's.
so
That's
we
why I
have that
said
conversation.
let us not hinge the conversation.
No, Mr.
on
Boadu, let me
they
ask you
won
this
this
question.
because of that.
No,
Let's talk about the individual players and their contributions.
You said that the contribution of Ryan Gravenberch translated into Liverpool winning something.
Exactly.
And I'm saying that his contribution also translated just. But you want to take out his contribution?
No, because if we dig deeper,
Eh.
what was Caicedo's contribution in Chelsea winning the Conference
Let's
League?
dig deep.
Oh, no problem.
No, for the start, let me ask you this question. You have a team.
Even
Relax.
Isco-
Mr. Boadu, relax. As a coach of Boadu FC, Boadu FC, as your technical director or the CEO, I'm giving you 200 million pounds,
Okay.
or let's say 100 million pounds. Go into the market. You're told be a defensive midfielder between Moises Caicedo right now and Ryan Gravenberch right now. Mama 100 million pounds. Ukobu sign so mummy no mo 900 million
Who is
pounds.
my coach?
Who are your coach?
I'm the coach.
Yes.
And based on how I want to play,
Yes.
I'm going for Ryan Gravenberch.
Hey,
No,
Mr.
because,
Boadu.
no, I'm coming.
Hey,
No, relax. Relax.
Your agenda.
No.
Argument.
I love players who have a certain technical ability, and then they can adapt and fit into defense systems. I have followed Gravenberch. I am not a huge fan of his. Thank you very much. No problem. I have followed Gravenberch. I'm not a huge fan of his, but I understand.
Michael Asai-Boadu, there is no way Ryan Gravenberch is better than Moises Caicedo. There is no way. No, but that's Michael has not even spoken. There is no way Ryan Gravenberch is
But
better
no,
than
because
Moises
what
Caicedo.
you see Africa.
No, honestly,
Gravenberch.
you see, guys, we'll do the stats, but let Akomeah come in. We'll do that. Who's your top DM? Okay, so why?
Why are you looking at my face? That's
Why?
for stuff.
I don't remember how anymore.
Why Vitinha?
Hey. Because Vitinha.
Because Vitinha. So disclaimer, I never said I'm coming. Ryan Gravenberch is not my best DM, but I think he's better than Caicedo. That is the caveat.
Oh, okay. My best
I
DM
want us
there,
to establish
there's a
that.
reason why I'm voting for Vitinha. Mike, I think for now, when you talk about his influence in team success, he's up there already. That one has ticked. And I think it's quite understandable. There's no need to explain his influence in team success. Okay. But I think individually, he's a special type of defensive midfielder that I believe he's tactically disciplined whenever he's defending his team. And when you look at the defensive third, I think last season in the French league, 61 ball recoveries. Okay. You look at the number of yellow cards he had last season and even 0 red cards, you understand how disciplined he is. He has understood his physical trait and he's working and trying to get results from what he has. He's not so much into tackling, that bullish kind of tackling. He doesn't rush into tackles. Maybe just because PSG is always dominating possession. Okay. But I think the most important aspect of it is interceptions and ball recoveries, especially when they lose possession. And he has always been there. When you talk about controlling the tempo of the game, I don't think any midfielder in Europe this season completed more passes than Vitinha.
I have something to say.
Oh, my man, see. Which road do you want to see?
You want to see?
No, you see, I was picking something from what you were saying. You see, do you know what comes to mind? Vitinha. But individually, I don't think he stands out.
Individual, I think he stands out.
It is much more about the structure and then the coach is operating.
Individual, I think he stands out.
Okay. So let me ask you this question.
I think he stands out.
Imagine Vitinha in a typical 4-1-4-1. Will he thrive?
Oh, definitely. Why would he thrive?
Why?
Because he does what he's supposed to do.
I think he's functioning as we see in that 4-3-3 because the other supporting parts complement each other perfectly.
Mike, if you are supposed to go with that, if you are supposed to go with that, then every single midfielder in this world, we can also have an argument around it.
I grew up watching Makelele thrive on his own.
We are talking about currently.
Set up on me.
We are talking about currently.
You see, Michael, when you describe when you describe best, so he's giving an example. But when you describe something as best, then it means that you are essentially saying that this thing fits a lot of other things.
Yes, you should stand out.
You can't just be just one thing and say.
Yes, and Mr. Boadu, where Mr. Boadu is coming from? Economically,
you understand it cannot be possible.
If you have money, 100 million pounds, and let's say Vitinha is worth 100, Caicedo is worth 100, or Gravenberch is worth 100. On any day, I will go for Caicedo. Do you know why?
Go for Caicedo. I'll go for Vitinha.
I understand, but I'm making a presentation. The reason is simple. It's true. Caicedo can play alone.
Caicedo can play alone.
Yes.
I've never seen that. I'm yet to see that.
Like his suitability to different systems,
I'm yet to see that. I'm yet to see that.
Fine. Let's say if you are yet to see that, you are talking about his capabilities and abilities. Vitinha needs people around.
That is not true.
Okay. The reason is simple. Describe Vitinha as his capabilities or abilities.
One, first phase build up in terms of in possession and out of possession. In possession, first phase build up for Paris Saint-Germain. Normally, Paris Saint-Germain wouldn't love to build up with their fullbacks unless the pressing structure of the opponent are pressing their midfielders so well.
Okay, so before you continue,
no, I'm coming in.
Before you continue,
In that regard, I'm coming in. I'm coming in.
You have to start with that first.
Let me land. No, let me land.
The reason why I want you to answer this question
is
that it will help you with your presentation. Okay. What's your definition of a proper midfield? Then you can.
My definition of a proper midfielder.
Midfield, not midfielder. Midfield. Oh, set up midfield.
As in the position.
Some midfield position. Whether a person was set up with 3 midfielders or 2 midfielders or 1 midfielders. Your definition of midfield and then you use that to assess Vitinha.
No, we are talking about a DM. So my definition of how to set up.
No, right now the conversation every DM. I hear the Obetimia play as a loan and also Obetimia play with.
No. Ebasa, we are not being fair here. As a lone one, because the discussion here is who is my best defensive midfielder. No fee.
Michael, I'm trying to help. Calm down. Calm down. I'm trying to help your conversation.
Okay, Twaso.
What the help with you?
I don't understand.
What Twaso?
Oh, was about 20.
Oh, me imagine me.
Oh, there be some Manusi.
Oh, me imagine me.
Me Manusi.
Okay.
Me Manusi.
Nana Kasa.
Because Otia Oka Caicedo asimi.
Pia.
Prof Doc Soka. Doc Soka. So Doc Soka Caicedo asimi. Obia yedi obieti. When we are discussing about defensive midfielder, first of all, we'll think about the defensive contribution. Meba, Ofi. Oh, Mama,
Okay,
no,
so we'll compare the two later.
What you say?
Don't tackle him. Let him flow.
First of all, you think about the defensive
Boy,
contribution.
I did heckling. Nobody see
Number 2.
That's my boy.
Number 2, you look at how or control games. Very important. And influence games from the middle of the park. Number 3, you look at the contribution, especially when the team is also in attack. Very important. But as a DM, I think 2 things are the priority. Especially how we defend the ball. And number 2, how we contribute and influence team no possession when they have the ball. In this instance, we check Vitinha, tackles, interception, ball recoveries. And as I said earlier on, when you look at the French league, 61 ball recoveries. And Mike, we know the importance of DMs in the French league, and the quality of DMs in French league. It will be sorry, I know I call. Or person call picky, but these clubs need be normal cause se be diaba. Obeka bibi sa. What did they mention us? And now crown ballet by a month for any abre will be a copri and the French league no more fan in the buy. The number of talents in free Leone, Arsenal, Sumuni, Pepe Aba.
Nobody's.
I didn't conform my coffee for Modio Maba. You would understand. Lamin Kamara Munina. You would understand. Menko, maybe I make her the French league because who play and make an asset. And tackles and interceptions solid. The numbers would increase in terms of tackles and interceptions. Not because he can't tackle bullishly. Not because he doesn't intercept. It is because the team style of play no more bono. A Juma Kessia obey won't pay a ball recovery. Which that one no Oko check the French League or ticket in the Champions League top 3 is there. What did they mention as no? Then what about contributing to team no in possession? Press resistance. Number of passes completed. In Europe, you bet my bomb match review or no or complete over 98%. Players would also say it to me as I didn't. And it was clear last season. The first phase of Paris Saint-Germain build up Biano, Vitinha Jibona, Uncle President. Uban my own way. No one can get enough one in Amona, no, they cannot deba. To me, I believe he executed his role perfectly. He did it so well, or defining that DM role perfectly.
Okay. So he's your best.
It's currently there, maybe there.
Oh dear.
Or call Portugal. Okuni mu ya den a ehun so ko share Pedri mu ni we mu ni na no still hono kra na pampe was a gina him game and you could feel say Portugal so midfield a different combination oh yeah but what was I dey oh yeah aduma no it maybe there he's my best defensive midfielder. That's fine. Not saying say Gravenberch nya de not saying say Caicedo nya de me Caicedo
Vitinha ya de say
Caicedo me yada ne brutal.
Okay, so between Gravenberch and Caicedo
me go for Caicedo.
But it looks like you guys, in all your conversations, one name that is ominously missing, Declan Rice.
Or a box to box.
Always central midfielder. Box to box.
But Zana can say Vitinha see a central midfielder.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to ask him.
See.
Because if that's what you're saying, the Vitinha is a specialist central midfielder.
See, Crawford the action. The Declan.
No, because
if Vitinha is a central midfielder, not per statistics are. Akomeah dia be dia dance say oya central midfielder po ni gina DM
Ofa bi mayo
obeyaba obegina DM no executing perfectly Gravenberch can kind of one say oya central midfielder but last season obebo DM ye to confront the action mo Declan Rice ni team mu Arsenal no wo no Thomas Partey any say Zubimendi kra wa ba no ebebo no apɛ no because he's very powerful with that. When him go share, so Rabox ma contribute, ma Tommy no mola ini bi. So kindly, on said that time or the class of the big boys in him. I want to use that because time not always Ham. He was playing as a defensive midfielder and was doing it very well. But I don't want to use that to judge him because right now he's entered the big boys.
Does it mean that in the modern game today, for the best teams, for the big teams, you can't just have role specificity. Say, you're automatic defensive midfielder.
Yes.
But as a midfielder, you have to do all of those things.
Yes, that is the reason.
It means that NSA discussing midfielders in common. I see a cap Pedri, you have Pedri, Vitinha, Fabian Duri, Caicedo, Gravenberch, Rice,
Kobe Mainu. Anna, there's a new one, the new Caicedo. Manchester United fans, be happy. There is a new Moises Caicedo. His name is Christian Orozco. Manchester United has signed him.
Oh, the
Colombian under-18 captain. Orozco. The physics is so Caicedo. The new Moises Caicedo.
Dario Esigo crying can and once.
You see, yeah, no. And I'm Pacho Mohamed Dabo. So we saw him no Senegal under 18.
Yeah, double Caicedo.
Assemble credit. Yeah, double there.
Yeah, double Caicedo.
So, you were talking about. I have statistics here for Vitinha. Last season, the number of games that he played as a DM.
Where's it from?
This is from the transfer market. This is from the transfer market.
That's a trusted source.
Last season, he played 43 games as a defensive midfielder. Yeah. Only 10 games as a central midfielder.
Again, it leads to roles and then responsibilities on the pitch. I can
With
be a
5
central
goals, 4
midfielder.
assists
That's
as a
what I'm saying.
defensive midfielder.
I can be a central midfielder by position, but as per the role assigned me in the game, I will be doing more DM roles. But my issue again is this. Back to the Caicedo Gravenberch issue. Now this is where we do the statistics.
Hey. So now
I'm not giving up on that. Honestly.
Stuck
There is no way nobody will convince me that Caicedo was better than Gravenberch last season. Mommy vibes, you know.
You're right.
Stuck on you.
Your man is stuck on Gravenberch. No, honestly. There's no way nobody will convince me.
And when first and friend is about to Baboa.
No, him get nice so.
So I take beer on him, baby.
Hey, the patrol. And then if you have one, some more time, I said to you.
Patrol beer and new now. I credit about to Baboa. And the nice to be so. It may sure, sir. Sammy. Mr. Boadu Mbetawachi, and Mamma Nimuasi. And that's how we can fast at this now. Me, Daniel.
We go murder them.
Yeah. Ryan Gravenberch.
We go shot at them.
Yeah.
No, but the Ryan Gravenberch debate, even Liverpool fans know that don't win. If it's about pure numbers, and you see, that's the thing. In the modern game, Mike, when somebody's losing an argument with data, they run to eye test. When they run to eye test and they don't win, they go to data. They don't win with data. They say, okay, ecosystem argument. Now that's the third Lego. Data, eye test, ecosystem. Ecosystem, they say, born our body in then I'll clap J. So the ecosystem argument, people are using it. But whether you take ecosystem argument, Ryan Gravenberch won the Premier League. But Moises Caicedo did not go trophy.
But man, with what you said,
it may not be on the same level.
You said something. You said right now, new midfielders should be having what? You before you made this point, you said right now with the current crop of midfielders, there should be something you should be having. Yeah. You mentioned them, then I'll come inside again.
As in, like you should be able to play all the roles.
Okay, good. So if you are saying that right now, it means that the debate of Ryan Gravenberch and Moises Caicedo, with what Mr. Boadu is bringing here, at the end of the day, we will look at the defensive ability.
Yes, and then the progressive
and also
ability.
Attacking.
Yeah,
but even though we are talking about defensive
midfielder,
but with the current crop of midfielders, that is what we look for.
Because defensive midfielder doesn't only mean that Ujina Onabubunia. It's not enough. So it is
the defensive side of the coming.
It is from but last season, I am sure that Moises Caicedo probably got more good contributions than Ryan Gravenberch.
Okay, so guys, here we are.
Goals in itself.
Okay, that is from.
I am, So for those watching us, it would also be available for you to see. Okay. So you refer to.
So this is from which site?
Scorecard comparison matrix.
Okay, let me see if I can also find Premier League here to help us.
Yeah, so let's do that.
Premier League. No, it's just
Scorecard.
Scorecard is using all competitions.
Yeah, yes. I'm just using the Premier League.
Premier League from Scorecard.
Yeah, from Scorecard.
Premier League
for last season.
Premier League.
So this is what is happening. Moises Caicedo for goals. Last season he had 1. Gravenberch had 0. That's interesting.
To be interesting. Wow. In the Premier League.
Open play passes completed. Caicedo 1,897. Gravenberch 1,682.
Close to more.
Chances created 30 for Caicedo, 23 for Gravenberch.
Not close to more.
Passes attempted. Caicedo 2,153. Passes attempted for Gravenberch 1,904.
So he even attempted less passes, but he completed also less.
Passing
Caicedo.
Please, will you let me continue?
No,
Passing oh, please. Passing accuracy. Passing accuracy. 90.15% for Caicedo, 89.5% for Gravenberch. Long pass accuracy, 63% for Caicedo, 49% for Gravenberch. Is this actually correct?
What are you saying? So then I doubt you.
Okay, so through balls. Through balls, 12 for Caicedo, 8 for Gravenberch. Duels contested, 401 for Caicedo, 324 for Gravenberch. Tackles made, 114 for Caicedo, 69 for Gravenberch. Aerial duel success, 64.29% for Caicedo, 65% for Gravenberch. Duels won, 236 for Caicedo, 184 for Gravenberch. Ground duel success, 57.97% for Caicedo and 55.63 for Gravenberch. Clearances, 53 for Caicedo, 57 for Gravenberch. Interceptions, 49 for Caicedo, 60 for Gravenberch. Touches, 2,721 for Caicedo. And then 2,562 for Gravenberch. Ball recoveries.
Greater than less than that. Then
I say if for less divide,
ball recoveries. 229 for Caicedo, 193 for Gravenberch.
I'm going to film from who is next?
Congrats.
My Premier League.
No, you can't do that. It's okay.
It's okay. It's similar to the other one.
Mame Vitinha versus Caicedo.
It's okay.
We be defensive, progressive, attacking. Obia Beji. Because you see a midfield I'll put Fiona. Moises Caicedo.
This is a Christian Orozco.
Moises Caicedo. This is Enzo Fernandez. Player.
Caicedo. Baba, Caicedo. In the Conference League. Caicedo.
No, but this was actually the Premier League.
Flawless victory.
It was a
flawless victory. Ran Gravenberch on Drumu.
What you should best DM away.
The best DM I chose is the best of all.
Not true.
Frankie de Jong,
Ballon d'Or top 20.
So this is Vitinha.
Ballon d'Or top 20.
Vitinha Caicedo.
Goals, Vitinha 5, Caicedo 1.
Vitinha 1.
So now you want to explain?
No, there's no explanation. I'm saying that
Mike Twaso.
You are using the first versus the English.
Oh, Mike, can I want Twaso? Mike Twaso me in
open play passes. Caicedo.
So why are you explaining? Why are you explaining?
This is Marquinhos.
Why are you explaining?
No, go on, I'm telling you something. This is Marquinhos. Vitinha.
Why are you explaining? So why are you explaining?
Can I go on?
Go on.
Please, can I move on?
Go on.
All right. Chances created, Caicedo 30, Vitinha 27.
Hey! Moi! Judy!
Passes attempted. Would you explain before I mention it? 2,153 for Caicedo, 2,369 for Vitinha. Passing accuracy, 90% for Caicedo, 93% and plus for Vitinha. Long pass accuracy, 63 for Caicedo, 83 for Vitinha. Crossing accuracy, 40 for Caicedo, 23 for Vitinha. Through balls, Caicedo played 12, Vitinha played 13. Duels contested, Caicedo 401, Vitinha 149. Tackles made, 114 for Caicedo. Tackles made for Vitinha is 43. Aerial duel success. Caicedo is 64.29, and then 16.67 for Vitinha.
Or Church and Listen one match.
Progressive part. Na Caicedo and Bobby.
Oh,
Bobby. But we about defense.
Fee. I had to say there during those old days, you know. Obama catch me say Sergio Busquets Jinawe, who expected Sergio Busquets may tackles baby. On yet. Didn't Sergio Busquets? There be a yes question. And yes, question. The number of tackles are Caicedo Becone, the same thing about Paris. No
more of attack.
No, you're near Grossa.
No more of attack.
There be a near Grossa.
You don't need Caicedo to do that.
Because Massa, to be a player tackle. Mr. Massa, player tackle.
Who player who was such a
Massa, What to make people 5 minutes ago? What to make people 5 minutes? 5 minutes is about speaking about. What to make people 5 minutes ago? Miss it here. What Vitinha? Her passes, progresses. Oh, Miss it here. Opatoy. 3-1 bang. Channel. But for statistics, no, game. No, Mike. African
Club World Cup final. Game start. Pooh. Caicedo. We will die.
What Santi? The Conference League.
Ballon
d'Or top 20 Messi Ballon d'Or top 20 What's up too much? We are seeing fourth best player. Third best player. We are seeing third best player. We are seeing third best player.
Does it make someone like Declan Rice better than Caicedo?
Oh no, say me one go for Metris ya ba na me so me dey to so na. Answer no dada. Messi answer no dada. Ayi ni one dada.
So Gravenberch no Declan any
eh say on bia ni mu mienu nyina on Caicedo ni na mo fa pem won che Declan Rice o.
Wo ye che o Club World Cup
final. Oh, Kasane ya wa.
Club World Cup final
na che o. Yes play on so me say on
ni say e voting. Journalist say one ko drop voting. E opinions.
It's a copa no media to say opinion.
Yes, it's an opinion.
It's a copa and then they copa my opinion.
That's why you argued.
And then they copa my opinion
against it. You argued against it. But you argued against it.
Me beto so ne bonsam nyina wa na cha bonsam ja.
Where you cry?
Caicedo versus Vitinha at the Club World Cup final. Touches. Caicedo had 33, Vitinha 115. Accurate passes, 88% for Caicedo. He played 26 passes. And then he had 23 accurate. Then for Vitinha, 101 passes, 91 accurate with a 90% pass accuracy. Key passes, Vitinha 2, Caicedo 0. Crosses, 0 for Caicedo. Vitinha made 5 crosses, none of them were accurate. Long ball accuracy. Long ball accuracy.
Oh, you be too.
Please.
No, you be too.
Long ball accuracy. 3/3 for Caicedo. 7/10 for Vitinha.
So
Caicedo.
We are not joking.
100%.
But we are not joking here. But we are not joking. We are not joking. I feel I really want.
You guys are not helping, please. Shots on target, 1 for Vitinha, 0 for Caicedo. Dribbles attempted, 1/1 for Caicedo. He was successful. Vitinha, 0. Grand duels won. Caicedo won 4/9. Vitinha 1/4.
Hey, boy!
Possession, I'm coming. Please. Possession loss, 17 for Vitinha, 3 for Caicedo. Fouls, 5 for Caicedo, 1 for Vitinha.
Lost possession 17 times
because he touched the ball over 100
No problem. But for you to lose the
now, please,
Doc,
we are not done.
17 times.
We are not done.
17 times.
We are not done. So clearances.
17 times possession loss.
For clearances, they both made 0. They also blocked 0 shots each. 1 interception for Caicedo, none for Vitinha. 3 total tackles for Caicedo, 0 for Vitinha. And then dribbled past, 0 for Caicedo, 1 for Vitinha.
Caicedo.
I didn't see. You're kind of. In possession, it was Vitinha. Out of possession, it is Caicedo. So, hey.
Caicedo.
I also be a holding.
Hey, mama. Caicedo. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Caicedo. Hey, mama.
As a boy school of course, St. Johnson.
Caicedo. Caicedo.
That Caicedo bet me a completely 90% pass power. Yeah, we be giant.
On this note, we are done.
Statistics result here. When you are statistics is so young show. What you go for last? Statistics is so young show. You can say so 3-1. And you credit that. In no match. Open the way. Statistics one Diana. No, don't misinform anybody. Don't misinform anybody. All of them listen to the statistics.
Yes, so don't
misinform the public. Don't misinform.
But you boy
you're worrying now. So see, we are saying I'm going to get 10 best player.
But me show 3-1.
I'm saying best player. What about Boadu?
Vitinha.